Hello, and this is Phil, and this is Coping with Donald. This is my second video of the day. This is a hot and sweaty Phil, and I'm not going to talk. I did part A or whatever before, and that was all about money and what's been going on with Trump's trip and the weekend. And this is part B. I'm going to start by saying I'm a very sweaty Phil today because my air conditioner is broken again. And I want to mention something about air conditioners really quickly. Just get it out of the way. If you've never been in a place where you need an air conditioner for 6 months out of the year, I live in Florida, okay? I never understood. I mean, every car that I've had over the years has had an air conditioner. And one time, the can't think of the words. That tube that moves fluid through the radiator and everything. The hose. Okay? One time the Freon hose was old, and in the Florida heat it cracked. The Freon came out, and I had to get a new hose and new Freon to get the air conditioner to work. Another time there was something wrong with an air conditioner, but it was still covered under warranty because I had bought the vehicle new. And I think that's it as far as air conditioners went. Pretty much. Air conditioners in cars, when you think about the hours used during the year, I bet I use my car air conditioners more than I use my home air conditioner. I'm pretty good with a fan most of the time. And there's really only about 6 hours of the day where I'm uncomfortable, even in this heat. And today it says it's only 82. Yesterday I think I got into the 90s. It was pretty bad. Next week I'm going to have the guy come over. But all those cars that I had, think of the immense heat that's in there with that car next to the motor. And think about the bouncing the car does, going over speed bumps and holes and potholes and turns and everything. It's constantly being jostled. And I haven't had nearly the amount of problems as I've had with home air conditioners. Every home I ever rented or bought, I mean, even knowing about friends' homes, workplace air conditioners. Those air conditioners like break every year or every other year. They're not being jostled around. I mean, what is the deal? The air conditioner I have now is about 10 years old, but I've had to have repairs on it 4 or 5 times. And it was a little more expensive in the beginning because I bought a better, stronger unit. But they're always breaking. And when they break, they're like, no matter if it's just one item, it's usually about 25% of the cost of the air conditioner to get it fixed. So you're constantly putting money into this air conditioner. So I have a tip. Get the cheapest new air conditioner. As long as you're going to live in the house for another 5 years, well, especially if you're going to do that, get the cheapest air conditioner you can get. Try to get a warranty on it for 2 years. Chances are you might not have to put more money in it for 4 years. Then when it breaks, you get another one. Don't get it fixed. Get another air conditioner. You'll probably save money doing that because no air conditioner lasts. They're all crap. They tell you they're going to last. This is a better air conditioner, so it's 50% more. No, it's going to break the same amount as the cheapest air conditioner you can find. And if you get a warranty on that air conditioner, you're safe. And if you don't overuse it, you might get 4 years out of it. So divide the cost of that cheap air conditioner by 4, and it's probably the same as one repair every year. And like I said, you pretty much get a repair every 2 years. So anyway, that is and then you wouldn't have people in your house all the time. Especially if you're working, you have to stay home to wait for the air conditioner guy. Who wants to do that? So, that's my air conditioner rant. Donald Trump rants. Just some odds and ends. The state of democracy is getting pretty bad in this country. The state of getting pulled off the street and sent to another country is getting really bad in this country. Trump hints at suspending habeas corpus. You don't even get to see a judge. You just get pulled off the street, very often by people not even in official ICE uniforms. They just come with bandanas around their face. What would you think if somebody approached you with a gun with a bandana around their face? 2 or 3 people said, get in that van. Do you realize that we're a country that, like, everybody walks around with a gun now? Which I'm not in favor of. But now I'm starting to see but just use it. Shoot these ice... Well, I can't say that. I didn't say that. Shoot ice popsicles. Okay. But yeah, I'm mad. And that's going to happen one day. Somebody's going to walk up to somebody and the ICE government worker is going to get shot. Or several. And then they're going to kill that guy and they're going to say, see, he was a terrorist. But if you're white, you get to say, I was just standing my ground. Yep. Standing my ground. Okay, another white privilege. Why is Trump accepting white South Africans into the country, most of whom are probably racist? Just what we need. More white supremacist racists. Because South Africa, I was in college and they still had apartheid. Okay? And now they're saying, oh, we are so in danger. We're in danger because we're white. And so Trump's saying, hey, come on over here. We'll save you. Because you're white. And probably you're racist. It's just sick what we're being told to accept. Nah, that's just a rumor. I'm not going to talk about a rumor. But, just talk about the condition of the planet. Trump certainly isn't good for that. He wants to ramp up energy production. Of course, the old energy. He wants to make everything less efficient using energy so that we pollute more and use up all these resources to make profits. Let's talk about the tax bill. There is a no tax on tips proposal in it, only for food servers. There is a possible amendment that would extend it to salon workers. Only those tips. And they're only good for 4 years. They would expire when Trump leaves. Or maybe that's another election thing. Yeah, well, if you elect me, I won't let that be taken away. I don't know. But anyway, as far as ending tax on Social Security, there is an amendment with a credit proposed on some of it. But it's not going to help poor people who get Social Security, just like if you have other sources of income. You're a median income earner. So everything's really up in the air, and then they have to put it together with the Senate. So nothing is even close to being certain on those fronts, for sure. It's this is just an ugly place to be right now. And, you know, if you want to, go ahead. Write in the comments. No, it's great this way. We love racists. Yeah. It's okay. Oh, Phil, you're stupid. Okay. That's fine. But you have to admit that things aren't getting better. And if the dollar goes down in value, they just get even worse. That automatically makes foreign goods more expensive. You add that with the tariffs, and you add that with the decrease in the value of your savings, and you'll see. And then you'll say, well, that's because we run deficits. Well, if that's all you're worried about, then why are you championing tax reductions that will only benefit billionaires? Come on, people. Make it make sense. All right. This has been Coping with Donald. I am a sweaty, not so happy, air conditioning frightened person, Phil. And have a great weekend.